The setting sun burnt orange as it danced over the horizon, casting long, touchable shadows on the bustling city that resembled Hong Kong or Singapore. Skyscrapers stretched high in the skyline, their mirrored windows gleaming with the last vestiges of daylight. Shops were abuzz with activity, but as the day waned, a palpable excitement electrified the air. The city was getting ready to unwind, but not simply to sleep. There was a party brewing, not just any party, but the greatest Afro-Carribean beach party. Wherever one looked, decorations were being erected, food and drink stations prepared, music systems tested, orchestrating collectively into an idyllic beachfront soiree. Amidst the gathered crowd, a man stood, his magnetic presence as inescapable as the gravity of Earth. His name was Leon, our protagonist of the evening and the life and soul of the party. Like a planet, he attracted people with his charm and wit, drawing them into his sphere. Friends, thank you for being part of my world tonight. Let's allow ourselves to indulge, surrendering to the rhythm of this beautiful night. And a little secret, feel free to laugh, but believe it or not, in spite of my reputation, this would be my first time. A collective gasp seeped through the crowd, followed by a mix of laughter and shock. Leon, with an impish smile, just raised his glass, offering a toast to the beginning of a night filled with unspoken desires and unforgettable moments. Chapter 1: First Encounters. Aboard the cruise of temptation under a blanket of stars, our story begins. Here I am, a simple man amid the decadence, a wolf hidden in the sheep's skin. The purity of my lie makes them seek me even more. Inside the sprawling main deck, Leon is lavished with attention from beautiful women. They're charmed by his virginal claim, their desires ignited by the prospect of a simple man unspoiled by the world. Unfazed by the bejeweled women developing a taste for innocent bad boys, Leon takes his first steps on a path lined with temptation. As Leon engages with these women in venues ranging from lavish ballrooms, private verandas, to exotic pool parties, each encounter fans their enthusiasm. Can't deny it feels good, the attention, the power, all from a simple deceit. Each night brings a new encounter, a new face, a new story, all eager, all believing in the lie. Leon's confidence blooms with each moment. I am like a king in my realm, riding on this wave of desire. How exhilarating. By the end of Chapter 1, Leon, basking in the undivided attention, has navigated through a myriad of encounters, each pushing his confidence to new heights. But with every rose comes the thorns. As Leon revels in his power, the consequences of his actions lie in wait. Leon had a distinct talent for making his way around a crowd, a skill learned from years of navigating through more parties and soirees than most people attended in a lifetime. The large drifting body of roaring laughter, cheers, and clinking glasses on a luxury cruise was an entertaining challenge. Clad in an azure blue suit, a crisp white shirt, and a smile that captivated viewers, he melded seamlessly into the crowd. He was a mystery, a man of few words, yet his charm spread throughout the party like fire. Leon mingled at the party, his amiable charm eliciting smiles and glances. His eyes scanned the crowd as the ship began to break away from the dock. The fresh sea breeze replaced the scent of the city, and gradually the twinkling lights of the metropolis became distant stars. As the cruise set sail into the late evening, light jazz music wafted out from the elite circle near the grand piano. The sound of music mingled with laughter and the clatter of champagne glasses, creating a vibrant symphony. He absorbed the ambience around him, an intoxicating concoction of excitement and mystery. Leon could never resist a good mystery. Noticing a solitary figure standing near the railing of the ship, he decided to investigate, his curiosity veering him towards another encounter. As the luxurious cruise liner, Cruise of Temptation, cut through the waves into the open sea, an air of intoxication wrapped around it. The glitz of mid-sea revelries was at its zenith. The golden sun set behind the ship, bathing the deck in a myriad of flaming hues. The reflection of the twilight kissed the water surface, replicating a surreal atmosphere. With a champagne flute in hand, Leon leaned against the railing, his eyes scanning the crowd. His charismatic aura was like a magnet, pulling everyone towards him. Murmurs of conversations, laughter, the clinking of glasses filled the air. Swarms of bodies mingled, moved and swayed to the rhythm, while the jacuzzis bubbled up with excitement. "Hey, Leon, can we have one more of your famous toasts? The crowd's asking for it." Climbing up on a chair, he raised his glass, drawing everyone's attention. With a wink and a brilliantly disarming smile, he toasted to the night of unending possibilities. As the wave of claps and cheers receded, he slipped into the crowd, his charm luring in another round of admirers. The night was young, and Leon had his game up. But little did he know, amidst the grandeur and revelries, his encounters were about to become even more risque. Leon finds himself thrust into a series of extravagant parties held on the luxury cruise ship. From lavish poolside events to secretive indoor gatherings, all filled with an assortment of fascinating characters. The grandiosity of the parties is nothing short of awe-inspiring. The deck of the ship is awash with the bright glimmer of colorful spotlights and the chatter of a crowd indulging in high spirits. He took a sip of his cocktail, feeling the smooth liquor slide down his throat, bringing a peculiar warmth that made him more at ease. He watched as radiant rays of light reflected off the water-filled pool, igniting the surface with a striking dazzle. Among the crowd there were new faces, each carrying a story waiting to be unraveled. He sighed, not in exasperation, but in a desperate attempt to compose himself for the surprise encounters that might await him. The hot tub was filled with giggles and sprinkle of water. People were dancing poolside, shaking their bodies to the rhythm of the party anthem blasting from the powerful dock speakers. "This is not a place for the faint-hearted," he murmured to himself. There were secret indoor events, too. Invitation-only gatherings in the grandiose suites where the atmosphere was a stark contrast. It was hushed, serene, yet emanating an air of clandestine allure. As he stepped into one of these suites, his pulse quickened. He thought, only in gatherings like these could secrets be shared, desires be bared, and new temptations be discovered. In Chapter 5, Unspoken Desires, we delve into the exciting and provoking world of Leon, who continues his exploration of sexual fantasies amidst vistas of beauty and luxury. As the curtain lifts on Chapter 5, we find Leon, our primary protagonist, venturing into uncharted territories of sensual titillation. The setting is made even more opulent with plush private suites, state-of-the-art spa centers, and the unrestrained mirth of wild beach parties. Wrapped in a silk robe, Leon stepped off the bedroom's private balcony and into the suite. His eyes drank in different women of exceptional beauty, lounging around in various states of undress. Some sipped champagne by the jacuzzi, others giggled while applying body oils in the spa arena, their laughter a sweet music that set his heart racing. A brunette approached him, her eyes sparkling with mischief and something more. "Are you ready for your massage, Leon?" she asked, her voice a sultry whisper in his ear. He responded with an abashed grin, allowing her to guide him to the massage table. The evening transitioned into a wild night. Leon found himself at an effervescent beach party. The air was electric with euphoria, the sand under his feet hosting a multitude of dancing bodies. Leon's eyes glittered with the reflection of the bonfire, the flickering flames echoed in his darings, stoking the fires within. Under the incandescent moonlight, he met her, a blonde bombshell with an infectious laughter, which seemed to have bewitched the tides to dance to its rhythm. Their bodies moved rhythmically to the beats, their inner desires mirrored in the intimacy of their dance. Chapter 5 wraps up, leaving Leon in the whirlpool of desire and sensual dreams. The flirtatious encounters, the intoxicating allure of the surroundings, and the unspoken temptations that the chapter encompasses dangle a string of questions. What happens next in Leon's thrilling quest of his inner desires? As the anchored ship leaves the picturesque shores and the sun dips below the horizon, the cruise has picked up a rhythm of its own. Vibrant parties, discussions over moonlit dinners, and encounters that tease the boundaries of friendship and love were the new norm. Our protagonist, the ever-charming Leon, had quickly become the pivot around which these activities flourished. Without wasting any time, I plunged into the crowd, a glass of champagne in my hand. The music was infectious, just like the energy around me. There was a magnetic pull, and I was drawn towards them like a moth to a flame. Leon held court at every gathering. With undying zeal, his stories painted a colorful picture of an adventurous life, while his compelling charisma kept the crowd in rapt attention, each anecdote more entertaining than the last. I was well aware of the passing moments. I knew what awaited once the city lights came into view. But there were stories to be told and hearts to be won, and I had no intention of slowing down. The days rolled on, filled with laughter, flirtation, and the effervescence of a diverse feeling. Every move was met with anticipation, Leon subtly manipulating the pulse of the crowd, molding the mood of the cruise. Every evening brought an opportunity to influence, shape, and tame the urges that were slowly simmering among the crowd. Playing with such unspoken desires was becoming a skill that I had mastered artfully. As the city's skyline began to spread on the horizon, signaling the end of their voyage, a palpable tension hung in the air. The final party was a whirlwind, laughter echoing, champagne flowing, and much reveling in the now. Leon's presence, like always, was at the center of it all, ensuring a swan song for the memorable journey. As the sparkling lights of the city rise on the horizon, the door to a sea of unspoken desires gradually closes. The cruising ship, which has been a haven of temptations and secret desires, is approaching its final destination. The conclusion blessings the passengers with enthusiastic exhaustion, evidence of a festive farewell that outshines all previous festivities. Under the moonlit sky, Leonardo Leon Smith, an unusual guest aboard the luxurious cruise liner, finds himself engulfed in the uproarious laughter, music, cheers, and clinking champagne glasses. He appears calm, his eyes synonymous with the tranquil sea, reflecting a satisfying fulfillment. Looking over the deck one last time, Leon muses to himself, what a journey it's been. The tantalizing mysteries and uncharted territories of both the human heart and the vast sea, a treasure of memories indeed. Amid the flashing lights and exhilaration of the party, Leon steps back onto the familiar ground, a paradox to the recent foreignness he experienced. However, this familiarity is welcomed, for he carries with him now a treasure chest of vivid memories and experiences that have shaped him. As Leon's feet touch the city's asphalt again, the curtain finally falls on the cruise of temptation. The unspoken desires remain confined to the sea, but their echoes resonate within Leon. He is more than just content, he is satiated, marking an end to an unforgettable journey, forever etched in his heart.